This is Music, and this is a Hammerheart centric first impressions video. Welcome to another first impressions video. In these videos I share with you my first impressions of the many blind buys I've picked up lately. This time we're going to focus on a bunch of CDs from Hammerheart and the sub-label Petrichor. So things will be a little bit more extreme this time. So up first we have this one here by a Bremelin. It's called Never Enough Snuff. So the hype sticker describes it as brutal death metal, or death metal the brutal way. The lyrics are kind of gory. I mean, you have Never Enough Snuff, I think the title in itself. You also have a song called Knife Play and Horror Suntal and Play with Your Prey, and so on and so forth. So lots of fun there. Musically, I don't think it's super brutal. You do have your brutal death metal elements for sure, but there are also some surprisingly melodic elements, the guitar solos, for example. But you also have some things that sound like melodic death metal almost. The vocals are, guttural growls. So this is actually pretty good, quite enjoyable if you can live with the horror and gore themed lyrics. Quite enjoyable death metal, like a mix of your brutal death metal, your old school, your modern blasty stuff as well, and then some more melodic death metal elements every now and then. A Bremelin, Never Enough Snuff, good fun. Up next, we have this one here, Bloodletter Funeral Hymns. And yeah, the artwork and the color scheme and all that stuff might suggest some doomy, especially the title, Funeral Hymns, some doomy style of music, but we're actually dealing with thrash metal, quite melodic thrash metal. A good mix of modern and old school thrash metal with some nods to the German thrash metal scene of the 80s. And also, I would say, again, some elements of melodic death metal. This is an excellent album. It's thrash metal, it's aggressive, but it is kind of, upbeat in a way. It doesn't leave you feeling downtrodden or anything like that. So very good stuff. I really enjoyed this one. If you like your thrash metal and if you like your melodic thrash metal, do check this one out. Good stuff. Up next, Concede Indoctrinate. This is a mix of grindcore and hardcore punk, a genre called power violence, an extremely aggressive type of hardcore punk as far as I understand. Only 22 minutes. It does count as a full album, and this is just relentless. It's aggressive. The vocals are angry. You have lots of blast beats and lots of angry hardcore punk riffs intertwined. Lots of guitar feedback and noise. Just relentless, very aggressive, very interesting too. Like if you're in the mood for just like 22 minutes of extreme aggression, I don't know if you're in a bad mood or something and you want to live out your aggression, this might be the soundtrack to do that too. So pretty good stuff, but very aggressive, grindy, hardcore punky music. So do check if you like your Napalm Death and stuff, early Napalm Death, this might be worth checking out for sure. Now we're going to slow down considerably. This is Extreme Cold Winter World Exit, and this is death doom. It's heavy, but it's not super slow. I expected it to be much slower than it is, but it is kind of slow because it's doom metal. It's heavy. It is melodic. You have your layered harmonic guitars. You have your slow riffs. You have your guttural vocals. You have elements that are, to my ears, also just straight up old school doom metal. There's a lot of that going on here, in particular in the riffage, but then you have the guttural vocals on top. This is great stuff. It's a modern take on the death doom genre for sure, but you can hear the influences from Paradise Lost, Anathema, My Dying Bride, those classics. So do check this one out if you like your death doom world exit. Very good stuff. Staying in the world of doom metal, we have this one here in the Company of Serpents. The album is called Lux. Doom metal as well, but much more sludgy. Kind of a mix of sludge and doom metal. Normally I'm not a big fan of sludge metal, but what they do in this album is they have some just sludgy madness intertwined with some quite groovy riffs as well. Some of them are just old school doom metal riffs. Some of them are more like almost, I would say, like southern rock inspired riffs, just slowed down quite a bit. And then you have your sludgy stuff. So there's some things here that I don't really like, but there are lots of things I like about this as well. And it is those groovy riffs that make this album an album that I like more than I dislike at the end of the day, if you know what I mean. So do check it out if you are into sludge metal for sure. It's very interesting. Up next, quite interesting too, Roots of the Old Oak. This is death doom with a sludgy edge. So it's a mix of those. Really, it's death doom, but the guitar tone and the bass tone in particular, they are so fuzzy that they add the sludgy feel to it all. The vocals are your guttural growls. They are a bit, I don't know if they're weak or just low in the mix. I think it's the latter. They could have been a little bit louder, but whatever. Lots of just straight up doom metal riffage, but like I said, it sounds a bit more sludgy because of the fuzzy bass tone. The sound is very barren and not very epic, if you know what I mean. Part of the aesthetic. You do have some songs that take on a more lush nature every now and then, and then you have a very interesting contrast between them and the more barren, doomy, oppressive parts. So it is, to my ears, it is death doom metal, but it has a more barren sound and it comes across quite sludgy. So if you like death doom, you might like this one. If you like sludge metal, you might like this one. So there you go. And up last, some black metal, Utbyrd, Varskrik. And yeah, the black metal, but the more epic variety of black metal. The Hypestaker even calls it majestic black metal. It's quite epic. The songs are considerably long for the most part. You have symphonic elements and you have progressive elements. Like every song is a musical journey. You have a mix of blast beats and then more defined, rhythmical beats. And it works very well, that combination. You have a mix of tremolo picking and then more chucky and chucking riffs, if you know what I mean. It is quite riff focused. It's not just tremolo picking. And every song is a musical journey with lots of twists and turns and stops and starts and changes of mood and stuff like that. So I would consider this maybe somewhere in between the symphonic style of Dimmu Borgir and the progressive style of Enslaved. I like both of those styles in black metal, so I quite enjoy this one. Progressive, epic, symphonic black metal. The vocals are a mix of screams and screeches and growls and straight up yells, and you have a little bit of clean singing too. So if you like your progressive black metal, check this one out. If you like your epic symphonic black metal, check this one out. If you like melodic black metal, check this one out too. It is very aggressive, I should say, but also very melodic. The last song, Blickstille Wann, has a bit of almost an avant-garde feel to it. But for the most part, I would not consider this avant-garde black metal, but epic, symphonic, progressive black metal. Very good stuff if you are interested. Do check it out. So, yeah, an interesting handful of Petrichor and Hammerheart releases. I found the experience of listening to them all very interesting. If you want to check any of those albums out, by all means, go ahead. Make up your own opinion. Thanks for watching.